How's it going, all? This is Robert Dreyer. I am standing in front of a psych ward, a locked facility for people with mental health issues inside a hospital in Northern California. Um, I am not a professional minister, even though I'm studying theology at a graduate level and been a Christian my whole life. But these are situations, for some reason, I find myself in often throughout my walk with the Lord. And I wanted to share this experience with you because I think it has some theological significance. First of all, let's go to the scripture. Actually, I'm going to walk to a different room here. I'm going to go to the chapel, and we'll talk about that scripture there. Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane said, "I am deeply grieved, even to death. Remain with me, stay awake, and stay with me." A lesson I've learned being in a psych ward a couple times now in the last week, in a place, in an environment where it's just hard to stay focused on anything positive because they control the environment so much and shape the environment so much. For example, they took the handles off of a plastic bag that was turned in because they were afraid people would use the handles for suicidal things. Or I helped wipe a patient's butt, doing a bowel movement, and I had to turn in the gloves into a special receptacle to a nurse directly. I had to put them in a bag and then give that bag with the gloves in it that I used, so that they could be disposed of in a way that patients couldn't get a hold of them, because some patients have issues with plastic, and that can be a tool used for psychological issues like suicide and whatnot. Anyways, back to the scripture. When you're in an environment where it's hard to make decisions because it controls your focus so much that you're in a state that's not good, like Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane. A key is others being there, healthy people, people who can help shape the environment and the state you're in, despite the circumstances, despite the harshness of the environment, despite the hardness of the person struggling, in Jesus' case, even to death. As I was in the psych ward and around people who were at a state where death was a reality, in the sense that they were even willing to take their lives, even the person I was helping, in some sense at least. Most people don't really want to take their lives. They just want their environment and their state to be in such a place where they have a sense of control, a sense of knowing what to do. And that's where others people come in to help. That's where other people who stand by your side, who pray with you, give you hope, and give you knowledge you would not have otherwise, and change the environment and give you supports to undergird that weak state you're in. That is the key, being awake. Another angle from this is the state of our soul and our bodies. Let's talk about each. I'm going to talk about our bodies first because I think that's key here. If you're in full body pain from head to toe, I mean serious pain where only morphine or some kind of opiate is the only thing that's going to help, how can you make any decision that's going to be helpful? Here, doctors are going to be helpful to get you to a place where you can have some sense of control of your lives. I'm a firm believer in free will, but obviously we're human beings with a genetic code and on an earth that's like a grain of sand floating in the universe. So what freedom means is very specific and nuanced. So we need help from others. We need professionals. Sometimes your pastor is not the right person to go to. Sometimes you need a good counselor to help you find the right doctors so you can get the right drugs and get your body in order, so then that you can get into a state where you can invite others and have that position Jesus had in the garden to say, "Stay with me, I need it." But if you have no excuses and your body's in order enough to where you can make some decisions, then you need to. You need to be in a place where you can let others in. And as a Christian, that is what the point of this video is today. I hope you get into a place as a Christian where you can be that person. You can answer Jesus' call to stay awake and be with him. You know how you be with him? It's real simple. Stay awake and be there. He said, what you do to the least of these, you do unto me. There's so many people out there. The harvest is plentiful. The workers are few. There's psych wards across America with people who are in horrible states, and no one's awake with them, praying with them, and giving them the help they need to make it through the physical and mental challenges that await their lives. May you be in a place where you can build in your knowledge and in your free will so that you can be there when people call. Hear the call. For those who have an ear, let them hear. Stay with me. Stay awake. I am deeply grieved. And in case I didn't make myself clear, I was here ministering in this ward, and that's why I made this video today. I hope it encourages you to seek God and to be there. Have a good one.